Geocities Prime. Geocities Prime ruled the spiritual universe, and Pinnacle was the pinnacle of Geocities Prime. But Theophany couldn't make the mountain of the pinnacle. He couldn't get all the way up. Samael could. Theophany just couldn't. He felt crook when he climbed the hill, and if he got too high, he would cripple over and bend over and just collapse on the ground. And it was pushed back down by the Spirit of God. And God spoke to the Theophany occasionally saying, "This is not a place for you to go. There are places where people need privacy in life, where the Theophany can't reach and interfere. There are other places in the universe where you cannot reach and interfere. And this zenith is one of them where you cannot reach and interfere, where they can have private thoughts away from the Theophany's interference." And the Theophany understood that and accepted that, and he realized that he in a sense was not exactly God. He was a manifestation and a creation, a person in his own right, but worked the will of God in human sorts of judgments, in angel sorts of judgments, in a person's sorts of judgments. But Pinnacle was the top part of Geocities Prime, which was the Geocities, cities connected in some ways, and Geocities Prime was the prime of the Geocities. Uh, it had citizens. Emil 15 Fight was a resident of Geocities and lived in an abode and had a computer. And computers were big things for residents of Geocities, and records, their actual record, their journal as it were, their autobiography, their long life record. And that information was stored in servers and data files in the computer network of the Geocities and kept forever and kept permanently, and it grew regularly. Now, of course, a person has physical limitations and mental limitations, and they can't easily review a quadrillion words. And when a quadrillion words had been recorded in your life, it was sort of getting to a point where you should have most of your record worked out in the general assumption of things. So the philosophy and I suppose the theology was that you should have so much of a record, but one day it probably should be complete. They would be your primary principles, and the record would be what guides your eternal life. And for someone like Emil 15 Fight, that was the way. You went the way of the record. Your autobiography told you a way, and she generally knew the way of things, the way they conducted the life. And recently, she'd gained a point that you fill it with things to do, which colour it up. But you also, one of the points of life was to have a record. And she noticed in humanity's Torah that humanity had a record in its ancient forefathers, Adam through to Noah. So a record was a point to life. A record was a point to life to give guidance to life. Now, GeoCities records were important, but not just that. It was a technical sort of city network, and it had a technical lifestyle to it, and it involved a lot of walkways, as the Angel Fire did at times as well. A lot of walkways in connecting skyscrapers and things like that. It was very much connected like that, and it was a lot of communal skyscraper living. Not exactly kibbutz-like, but communal flat-likes, and they saw each other a lot. They connected and chatted with each other a lot. They were quite social in going to each other's abodes. The Golden City of the Realm of Infinity had that worked out as well, to visit each other in the abodes, but GeoCities was strong on that. It was a specialty of sorts. And the Amel 15 Fight was visited regularly, quite obviously because she was quite attractive, but for other reasons, including that she was actually interesting enough and had strength in her character which people liked. But GeoCities is replete with all sorts of technical wonders, and there's a reason it's at the top of the realms, as it were, because it's quite diverse and quite intricate and quite complex and scientific and technical. And it's a very exciting place to be.